Hey, how's it going? John from Branson Cerakote here. I'm going to do a quick tips and tricks video today on something that surprisingly, to me anyway, has come up quite a bit in training. And that is how to hook and how to spray kind of lighter, smaller items to keep them from blowing around while you're spraying them. The importance of that is that if you have a light item and it starts to swing from the air of the HVLP, you're going to be light and then heavy, light and then heavy. So you want to keep that as stationary as possible. So we've just come up with, things that, like I said, it's not really earth-shattering, but things that are kind of common sense things, I guess, to hold those pieces in place. A lot of it's wiring. We use forceps, and then, some magnets and hooks and things. So we'll run through a few of those while we're here. If you have any questions at the end of the video, just hit me up with a comment and I'll be happy to answer them. I'm going to move the camera up and then we'll be right back. So first off, we'll talk about the small metal mounting plate. As you can see, we went ahead and put wire on both holes, and what that does, it allows us to take a second smaller hook and grab that bottom hole and hold this piece stationary. So when you hit it with the air, it doesn't really move around like it would if you just left it hanging and now it's blowing all over the place. If you have a really light item where you have no choice, you have to, there's nowhere to really hook it, start spraying off and then bring it on while still holding the volume in the air on. And what that'll do is it kind of gets that initial burst off to the side and it doesn't swing quite as bad. The other thing you can do is just try to tighten this wire down as close to the item as possible so that you can hold the wire and it won't really move around. Again, those are not always practical, and you may have to get a little creative with things. Another thing that we use a lot here in the shop are forceps, and what that does is it allows you to grab these small parts that have like a little edge to them, or something that you can just kind of grab onto, and then you lock the handle on these and it holds it in place. This works really good for degreasing, sandblasting, everything that you need to do with it. It will leave a tiny little area on there where it's not quite coated, but that's generally not a big deal because you can, like on this plate, that part's going to be behind the gun and it's just not a huge deal. Another thing you can do is use these rare earth magnets, and we just get these off of eBay, that you can actually like stick pins and things to. Spray them, put them in the oven, tack them out, bring them out, and then roll them over so you can get that bare metal part, and then spray it again with a light coat there, pop them in the oven. You can bake them on these. You can generally not sandblast, but you can degrease on these and things like that. So the key thing when you're ordering magnets is to make sure that they are rare earth magnets. I've tried other ones and they're just not strong enough to hold things when the blast of air hits them. So that was just a quick video with a couple of tips in it for hanging lighter stuff. If you have a technique that you use in your shop or something that you've figured out, leave me a comment below. I'd really be interested in finding out what other people are doing and if there's something else that we could be using here in the shop that we haven't thought of yet. So feel free to leave that comment down there, and I answer every comment that comes in on our videos. So really short video. I appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. See us at BransonCerakote.com for all your stencil needs. Have a great day.